Yeah, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So in the last class, we have discussed what exactly DevOps is, and we also discussed what is the application DevOps and what is Azure DevOps, what is Infra DevOps. Also, we have discussed in the last class. Okay, so if you did not attend the last class session, you can collect recording from DURGASOFT front office team. Okay, so you can collect them. You can collect the recording. So today we are going to see some fundamental aspects of Azure Cloud, because without knowing Azure Cloud fundamentals, directly if I jump to Azure DevOps, okay, things will be horrible. That is why. So today we are going to speak some fundamental aspects of Azure admin. Okay, along with I will show how you can create a free tier account in Azure also. Okay. So in the last class, I also told you that okay, what are the three things that are required for creating an Azure account? Okay, now to create an Azure account, okay, we need one credit card is required. Okay, mail ID, mobile number. Yeah, these are the mandatory things to create an Azure account. So once you are ready with these three things, okay, you can create a Azure account, okay, by using this portal.azure.com. Okay, let us show portal.azure.com. The link is the link to create a new Azure account is portal.azure.com. Here select use another account, select a new account, create one. Okay, you will be taken to this window. Okay, you have to type your email ID, and the next page you have to enter your credit card number, valid date. Okay, CVV. So within no time your account will be activated. So once your account is activated, $200 will be credited in your account. Okay, so in the first 1 month, okay, you can use any service. Okay, for all the services, charges will be deducted from this $200. So in the first 1 month, you can have any kind of higher machines. You can use any kind of services, no problem. If you are using any service for any service, okay, amount for charge for that amount will be deducted from this $200. So if you are not using this 200 US dollars, okay, when 30 days are completed, okay, so your amount will be expired from 11th month, from 2nd month to 11th month. 11th month, okay, your subscription, your plan will be changed to pay as you go. That means this is just like electricity bill. How much you are using, that much you have to pay. In this pay as you go also, you are going to have something like some services are free, like B1SC is free. Okay, B1SC is a small virtual machine, okay, which is having one virtual CPU, 1 GB RAM. This machine is free for 12 months. Okay, you can use this machine for 12 months. For 12 months, you need not to pay anything. Okay, so 5 GB storage is also free every month. 5 GB storage is free. Okay, now when we speak about Azure DevOps, so to practice Azure DevOps, most of the members are asking that do we require accounts? do we require Azure account? The answer is no. Even though you are not having Azure account, directly you can go into dev.azure.com here like this, dev.azure.com. So you can log in like this, sign into Azure DevOps, or otherwise you can click on start free. Okay, so 3 months they are going to provide at free of cost. After 3 months you have to pay. Okay, so 3 months time is more than enough for you to practice Azure DevOps. But for creating virtual machines and generally in the Azure DevOps we are going to create release pipelines. Release pipeline requires virtual machine. Okay, for creating virtual machines we need to have Azure account. For normal issues, for practicing Azure DevOps, okay, you need not have your Azure account. Okay, so for creating Azure DevOps account, you have to use this link, dev.azure.com. Actual Azure account is not required for practicing Azure DevOps. Okay, so when you create account in dev.azure.com, they are going to provide you 3 months free. You can practice for 3 months. But when you want to create virtual machines, then you need to have Azure account. Of course, you can take virtual machines from any cloud, not only from Azure cloud. You can take virtual machines from any cloud. Okay. Now, let me save this document. Okay. Now, before we are going to start Azure DevOps, okay, there are some fundamental things which you have to know very well, because these are the basics to Azure DevOps. Okay. So when you think of Azure admin, okay, Azure cloud, majorly we have 2 types of roles. One is architect role. Second role is admin role. Here, these are the 2 different types of roles that are possible. Okay, in every cloud platform. So here, what is the difference between architect and admin? Here, the difference between architect and admin is, here, suppose you are running one e-commerce application. You are running one e-commerce application. I want to migrate this e-commerce application. Okay, you are running e-commerce application in your office environment. All of a sudden, you wanted to move this e-commerce application. Okay, you want to migrate this e-commerce application to Azure cloud. So first, as an architect, you have to know what are the prerequisites. Okay, and how much monthly cost you have to pay, how many servers are required, what is the server licensing model. Like this, each and every corner you must know as an architect. Then only, okay, so you will be acting as, okay, Azure architect. So without knowing every service from Azure cloud platform, you will not become architect. So once completely the idea is given by architect, okay, the plan, okay, whatever design that is given by architect, that is implemented by admin. Okay, so admin people are going to use, okay, Azure cloud in 4 ways. Okay, here in order to implement the design given by architect, admin guys are going to use Azure cloud in 4 ways. What are the 4 ways? Ways of using Azure cloud. So there are 4 ways. What are the 4 ways? One is portal. This is nothing but website access. So one rich interface is given to you. One graphical user interface is given to you. Okay, using that interface, we are going to create all the services like virtual machines, storage, load balancers, networking, everything we can create. Okay, but completely this is manual approach. Whatever activities we are doing from portal are completely manual. Okay, so if you want to automate one activity, so we cannot use portal. Okay, to automate the activities, we have two more ways. That is Azure CLI. That means Azure can also be used through commands. So this is nothing but what Azure CLI. CLI stands for command line interface. Command line interface. And through PowerShell also we can use Azure. And one more way is also there, that this is something like ARM templates. Here, these are the four ways of using Azure. Okay, so in Azure commands, Azure CLI, we are going to write commands like AJVM create, AJVM destroy. Some simple commands we can use, those that can be automated. Okay, so whatever activities we are doing from commands or PowerShell or ARM templates can be automated. That means for automation purposes, we can use second way or third way or fourth. Okay, and we have one more way is also there. That is something like Azure Developer. So this is the third way. This is the third role that is available. Okay, and the third way of using Azure Cloud also. Okay, what is meant by Azure Developer? So for becoming Azure Developer, first of all, you must be a developer. You must have to know. Okay, you must have excellent skills either in Java or .NET, Python. Okay, so one programming knowledge skills are required. Okay, so then you become Azure Developer. But this is a different course. Okay, so as far as Azure admin is concerned, okay, so there are two types of courses will be, the two types of ways will be taught, the two types of roles, one is architect and other one is admin position. Okay, now so these are the four ways of using Azure, and these are the three different roles. Okay, three different roles that are available in Azure Cloud Platform. Yeah, till this point, any questions? So if everything is clear, means I can go to next topic. Okay, now we have to know something about service models of cloud. Service models of cloud. So generally, when you want to launch one application, let us say the application is e-commerce application. When you want to launch a e-commerce application, okay, there are many components required, right? Servers are required, networking is required, hardware is required, virtualization software is required, database servers are required, application is required, runtime is required, many components are required. Okay, in that scenario, what is your participation? Whether you can provide complete components, or if you provide few components and the rest of the components are provided by Azure. Based on your participation, okay, the service models are divided into three categories. What are the three categories? One is IaaS. This is nothing but infrastructure as service. Second category is PaaS. This is nothing but platform as a service. Third category is SaaS. This is nothing but software as a service. Okay. Now let us open one diagram so that it will be very clear to you. IaaS versus PaaS versus SaaS. I'm going to open second link. Okay, this is going to give a beautiful diagram. It is very much clearly understanding. for service models, refer the following diagram. Okay, what is the diagram we have to refer? So if you scroll down a little bit, we are going to see three types of service model. Okay, so each service model is going to explain what is our participation and what is the cloud service providers participation. Okay, so I am going to open this in a new link. Now just look at this link. Okay, the first category is on-premises. Okay, here we are not going to keep our infrastructure in cloud platform. Okay, so in the second category, okay, infrastructure as a service. So in the infrastructure as a service, the below components like networking, storage, servers, virtualization are provided by cloud service providers, CSPs. CSP stands for cloud service providers. And rest of the components like operating system, middleware, runtime, data, applications are provided by us. Okay, are managed by us. Okay, managing means, okay, so we have to upgrade the operating system, we have to upgrade middleware, we have to install. Okay, every task depends on us only. Okay, here the below components, orange color boxes are managed by, okay, cloud service providers, whereas in platform as a service, most of the components, okay, like starting from network to runtime, okay, everything is managed by cloud service providers only. We manage data and applications. Okay, the best example for platform as a service is database server. Okay, so in every cloud platform, database server is available as a service. Okay, if you want to set up database server in our office environment, we have to purchase a physical server, we have to install operating system, we have to install database server. Okay, so like that it is very hectic job. It is very hectic job. But in every cloud platform, database server is available as a service. Okay, so database server is available as a service that comes under platform as a service. And the next category is software as a service. Here, complete components are managed by cloud service providers only. Okay, we need not to manage anything. Okay, almost everything: networking, storage, servers, virtualization, OS, middleware, runtime, data, application. Just we have to log into the Azure cloud and just we have to, okay, register for the application. Then immediately your software will be started. Let us say I want to install Kubernetes software. So to install Kubernetes software, generally I have to have virtual machines or physical machines. I need to have operating system. On the top of operating system, we have to install Kubernetes. But in Azure cloud, here Kubernetes is available as a service. Kubernetes is available as a service directly. Okay, we can select which version of Kubernetes is required. Okay, and how many nodes are required. Okay, within 10 minutes your software is ready. You have no need of installing any software on your own. Everything is managed by cloud service providers only. Okay, so this is the three models are not specific to Azure. Every public cloud must support these three models: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Okay, even AWS, Azure, GCP, every cloud model, cloud platform must support these three service models. Now in this concern, you have any questions? Everything is clear? Okay. Now, one more interesting and useful discussion in Azure admin is types of clouds. Generally, when we speak about types of clouds, there are basically 4 types of clouds available. One is public clouds. Second category is private clouds. Third category is hybrid cloud. Fourth category is multi-tenant cloud. So generally all these clouds like Azure, AWS, GCP, these comes under public clouds. Why? Because these are called as public clouds because they are for the sake of public business purpose, they are going to hire virtual machines, networking, storage, many things will be given on the rental basis. So that is just like electricity bill. How much you are using, that much you have to pay. For the sake of public sake, they are going to provide all this infrastructure. Because of that reason, so those clouds are called as public clouds. AWS, Azure Cloud, GCP, all these clouds comes under Oracle, because these clouds comes under public clouds. Then what is about private clouds? So if you think of a bank organization, generally banking people will not trust anybody because they will have their customer detail. They wanted to store customer detail confidentially. They wanted to store customer details confidentially. So for that reason, they will have their own data centers. Within the data centers, they will have their own servers. They will have database servers, and they will not allow anybody to come into their cloud platform. So all those clouds are operated by banking people only. So that type of clouds are called as private clouds. Example is banking organizations will have their own data centers. So which can be operated by themselves only. They will operate these data centers. They will not allow anybody. And then what is about hybrid clouds? So to understand hybrid clouds, let us have a diagram. So generally, when I want to launch one infrastructure, suppose I want to launch a e-commerce application. To launch e-commerce application, I need to have database servers and web servers, right? So in case of hybrid model, what happens? They will have their database servers within their office only, because they believe that if database servers are kept in public clouds, there may be chances of stealing the data, hijacking the data, modifying the data. Because of that reason, they will keep all their database servers within their office only, on premise. And they will keep this web servers within public clouds. This is any one public cloud. It may not be Azure. It can be Azure. Or it can be AWS, or it can be GCP. And this database server. Just imagine this circle is database server. And this star is my web server. Web server will be having only code, right? If code is lost, nothing is lost. If data is lost, everything is lost. Because of that reason, they will keep all these database servers within their office. And this database server can be used, can be operated by this web server only. How they can make one setup? So they can make this kind of setup by opening this kind of security rule. So they will, let us say, the IP address of this web server is 192.168.2.1 or 2.2.2.1. And from database server side, they will open communication only for 192.168.2.1. This kind of setting can be done from DB server side. And what is this web server contains? Generally, web server contains code, right? It can be Java code, it can be .NET code. My end user will be able to use this application. My end user will be able to use this application from his laptop or from his browser. Yeah, just imagine here, this is my end user browser. The circle is end user browser. Yeah, this kind of setup is called as hybrid cloud. And we have one more model. Okay, so this model is nothing but multi-tenant cloud. So in the multi-tenant cloud, generally what happens? Okay, they are going to use two clouds combination. One cloud is for keeping one kind of servers. Another cloud is for keeping another kind of servers. So let us say, because this is something like web server. Now this is database server. This circle is database server. And for example, if this is my AWS cloud. AWS cloud. Here this is Azure cloud. Okay, as shown in the above diagram. Okay, my web server will be able to access DB server. Okay, DB server. Okay, this star is my web server. Here this circle is my DB server. Okay, here also some kind of security mechanism can be done. Okay, since web server exposes, web server contains code. Okay, the code can be used by my end user browser. Here this is my end user browser. Just imagine like that. That can be laptop or that can be mobile phone, whatever it may be. Okay, from any machine. Okay, this site can be accessed. So this kind of setup is called as multi-tenant cloud. Actually, it is a company choice. Which model you have to use? It is not our personal opinion. It is not the individual choice. It is a company choice. If company wanted to keep database servers within the office, okay, so they are going to choose this model, hybrid cloud. Okay, so if the company wanted to choose two cloud combination, okay, so one cloud is for one kind of servers, another cloud is for another kind of servers, then they can go for this multi-tenant model. Okay, okay, this is the general discussion on types of clouds. Okay, so based on requirement, we can have our infrastructure in public clouds or private clouds or hybrid clouds or multi-tenant clouds. Now, one more important concept you have to discuss: Azure global infrastructure. So generally, when we speak about the cloud platform, okay, so where exactly the physical infrastructure is there? Physical infrastructure means, okay, like physical servers, networking, okay, storage, many things are there. So for that, what Azure has done means they have identified regions and availability zones. availability. Reach zones. So what is a region actually? A region is nothing but it is a geographical area. Geographical area on the earth, on the globe. Okay, availability zone, we can also call it as data center. Okay, it is a part of okay, a region. Now if you look at a data centers diagram, let us watch a data center diagram. Data center images. Okay, are you seeing images here? So if you look at one image, okay, every data center is having racks, right? Racks. Within the racks, okay, physical servers are there, networking is there, okay, power supply, air conditioners. Okay, so every data center is available zone is the physical independent location. Okay, now like this, Azure is also having regions. Okay, a region is nothing but it is a geographical area. One region might contain minimum 3 availability zones. Minimum 3 availability zones. Okay. Now every region is having a name like Central USA, okay, North California, US West to US East, like that. Some names are given to each and every region. Okay. So if you look at this Azure global infrastructure diagram, global infrastructure. I think recently the diagram, the infrastructure has been removed. Okay, if it is there, I will show. It is not there, not given, it is removed. Infrastructure map. I will copy paste this. Global infrastructure map. Let us wait for 2 minutes because it takes time. From this Thursday onwards, we are starting Docker and Kubernetes in morning hours 6:45. Okay. So a separate link will be given to you, so you can join. So if you are interested, if you complete your formalities, okay, a link is given to attend the Docker and Kubernetes, which is provided at free of cost. So if you want to really utilize this opportunity, actually this is a beautiful offer because we are providing 2 courses at 1 course fee cost. The duration for Azure DevOps and Docker Kubernetes is 8 weeks. 4 weeks Docker Kubernetes, 4 weeks Azure DevOps.
Hello, sir. Can I ask you something?
Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir. So Sir, I don't know the content. So which tools you are covering, sir? Here. So you are covering IaaS or something application
Where in Azure DevOps?
in course in this course?
Yes, have you attended yesterday's? Have you
No,
attended
no,
yesterday's demo?
no, sir. This is my first class. Today's first class.
Yeah, if you want to have course contents, you can contact DURGASOFT training team. Okay,
Okay.
they will provide you course contents of both. Okay, Azure DevOps and Docker Kubernetes.
Okay, sir. Okay. And one more question, sir. So, hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, okay. So after completion of this course, I mean, how much years of experience we can show?
Actually, Azure DevOps was in the industry starting from 2018.
Right, correct.
From 2018 onwards, you can put up. Before that, you can build up other experience.
Okay. So are you
From
covering
2018
any
means
real-time project in this course?
every question, every class is real time only, because there is no concept like non-real time, real time. Every concept, every issue is real time issue only.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Now, if you look at this globe, okay, these circles are nothing but regions. Okay, these circles are nothing but regions. Every region is having, okay, its own availability zone. So here, what is the significance of availability zone? Let us assume one is a small situation. Let it be okay. Yeah, guys, can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me, right? You can hear me? Right. Okay, thank you. Now just imagine, this is something like a Azure region. Its region name is Central USA. Central US. Now think that this region is having 3 availability zones. This small rectangles are availability zones. Okay, let us say these availability zones are nothing but AJ1, and this is AJ2, now this is AJ3, and we have deployed our application, okay, in one of the availability zone. Let us say the application is something like e-commerce application. So while deploying itself, okay, the application is replicated into 3 availability zones. That is a choice of you. You can specify into how many availability zones you have to deploy that application. Now each and every availability zone is synchronized, is connected via high-speed network. Okay, each and every availability zone is connected via high-speed network. This is not our network. Okay, it is Azure's proprietary network. Okay, it is going to give guaranteed speed, because our networking is not having guaranteed speed. Because of that reason, okay, there is a network connectivity between each and every availability zone. Now, just imagine some application is running in availability zone 1. While this application is running, okay, my end user, okay, it can be my end user's mobile phone or browser, whatever it may be. Okay, the end user is using this application. All of a sudden, due to some disaster, due to some mishap, what happens? This region is failed due to hardware failure, software failure. Okay, anything can happen, right? floods or fire accident, whatever it may be, this region, this availability zone is down. Then what happens here? So whenever the application whenever first availability zone is down, automatically my client connection is shifted to second availability zone, because in the second availability zone also same replica is running, okay, in availability zone. Okay, so suppose second is also having some issue, then immediately what happens? My connection will be shifted to third availability zone. That means in 3 availability zones we are running same application. So when some availability zone goes down, okay, second, third availability zones will not be impacted, because between each and every availability zone there is a lot of distance of 2000 to 3000 kilometers. Okay, because of that reason, Azure is going to maintain availability zones within the regions. So what happens by this? At any time the application will be running, right? At any time the application will not be stopped here. We can achieve high availability of the application. Okay, so we can achieve 24/7. Always my application will be running forever. Okay, so that is a significance, that is the use of availability zones within a region. Okay, now this will also give me flexibility like single point of failure. Single point of failure. Okay, so this is the reason why Azure is having availability zones within the regions. So every region will have minimum 3 availability zones. Okay, this is about something like Azure global infrastructure. So if any questions are there, you can ask me. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to start Azure repos. Okay, so how you can create organizations, how you can create projects. Okay, and what are the different flavors of Azure DevOps, the history of Azure DevOps. So these things we are going to start from tomorrow onwards. From day after tomorrow onwards, we are starting Docker and Kubernetes. So if you fail to register this day today or tomorrow, okay, so you may be missing 1 or 2 Docker sessions. So try to use this opportunity. So now within this demo session, if you have any questions, you can ask me. I will answer you.
Hello, good evening.
Yes.
The certifications, like post completing these courses, what are the certifications which are good to apply
Azure
for?
Developer, Azure DevOps Engineer. And exactly, I don't know the code. Okay, code I don't remember. Azure DevOps Engineer, Azure DevOps. So this is for Azure DevOps Engineer, Azure DevOps role.
Thanks for that. And the duration, I just want to cross check on this. Like Azure DevOps will be for couple of
months. Jenkins. Okay, this is equivalent to Jenkins, right? Again, why to tell Jenkins? Azure DevOps is equivalent to Jenkins. Again, we don't cover Jenkins.
Sorry, I was asking on the other thing.
If you are learning generic DevOps, Jenkins is one of the tools. But this is completely Jenkins tool only. Okay, here there is no need of learning Jenkins again. Yes.
Sorry, I was asking on the duration, like Azure DevOps and Docker and the other thing combinedly, is it 2 months or is it separately 2 months each?
No. Combinedly 2 months.
Okay, then each will be for 1 month, right?
You have to attend Docker and Kubernetes Azure DevOps parallelly. Okay, in this 8 PM batch, we don't teach Docker and Kubernetes. For Docker and Kubernetes, we have to attend 6:45 AM. Morning 6:45 AM batch is there. There you have to attend parallel.
Okay, and these Azure classes will end in a month, right?
1 month, right? Azure DevOps, not Azure classes, Azure DevOps.
Thanks for that.
Okay, welcome. Yes, any other questions? Okay, if no questions are there, I will stop it for today. Okay, tomorrow we meet again, same time. Thank you. Thanks for your time.